pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can I get a motion to approve the agenda for tonight?
Motion to approve. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Can I get a motion to approve the minutes from May 1st? The financial docket with claim numbers 56087 through 56414, and the consent agenda.
Motion to approve. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, I believe that brings us all the way to new business, Dr. Smith.
Okay, thank you. First item under new business, superintendent recommends approval of change order number 001 to the general contract with Coleman Roofing and Construction. Just as a reminder to the board. We did? Okay, just as a reminder, we did replace the roofs, one at the high school and then of course one at the junior high, so that work is now completed. And this is a change order in our favor. I believe it's around $35,000.
$37,147.
Okay, 37, we'll just say 37,000, but you have the exact figure there. So, that's coming back to the district, so to speak. That's money that we did not spend on the project that was allocated for the project. So that's a good news. So that's before the board.
Do I have a motion that we, approve the change order 001, for the general contract with Coleman Roofing and Construction?
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
All right, thank you. The next item is transfer of funds. I'll let Tina say a word or two about this. Ms. Griffin?
These are routine, I say that every time, but these really are. The $5,000 that goes to unemployment, that's just to fund the unemployment compensation because we need to maintain a certain balance each year. Food service, at the end of the year, we do a calculation for their indirect costs, and this is what they'll be giving us, for their indirect costs. The principal to the interest fund, that is the amount of interest we earn off of principal, and that is expendable. So we're allowed to transfer that into our interest fund so we can, spend it. So that's routine. The next one is transfer, from the interest fund to district maintenance. We transfer that, that's the interest off of our principal loan that is allowed to go back into the district. So we, put that back into our general account, district maintenance. The last one, is unusual. School recognition has been closed for several years from the state, and they always request what funds we don't use, and these are rounding funds. They always tell us to pay that back, but, it's been sitting in the book since school recognition closed. So I tried to give it back, and they said, just keep it and put it into district maintenance. So MBE just gave us $133.02. So, and that's the transfer of funds for this month.
Okay.
Do I have a motion that we approve the transfer of funds for this month?
Motion to approve. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you, Mr. White. The next item, in letter C, acceptance of the bid from Feral Gas. If you recall, I believe 2 board meetings ago, last board meeting, actually, we had to re-advertise and get your permission to do that. So if I'm not mistaken, is Feral Gas the only bid?
Feral Gas is the only bid, and they, bid $1.48.
Okay, so that matters, before the board for approval.
All right, do I hear a motion to accept the bid from Feral Gas?
Motion to approve. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. The next item is letter D. Superintendent recommends approval of 2025-2026 general liability insurance. This is, we do this each June. Tina, if you would just say a word or two about that for us, and just clarify this is cheaper than our policy last year, and whom we'll be going with.
Yeah, so, Terry Penley is our agent of record, and he, solicits for our bids. He did solicit and got no bids, except for MSBA. That's been pretty common the last 2 years. But as you see, there's $386.19 was what we paid last year, and this year we're actually getting a break for $373.092. So we will take it. Terry Penley always gives us the wind hail buy down option, or MSBA does, and we're choosing choosing to go with a 373 consistent with last year. And anytime if we have any questions for him, he'll be glad to answer those questions, but, this is the only policy that we got when he solicited bids. He had two promised to send them, but didn't send them.
Okay, yes, sir.
All right, so do I hear a motion that we, approve the, 2025-2026 general liability insurance policy?
Motion to approve, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. That brings us down to superintendent's items of discussion. I'll just mention briefly some dates. And we'll be discussing a lot of information, obviously, in our board retreat. Just a reminder, that is June the 20th and 21st. Ms. Taplin, you can, correct me. I have 8:30 to 4:30 on Friday, and roughly 8:30 to 11:30 on Saturday. Meals will be provided, and we will eat, as a group at lunch and dinner on Friday. Ms. Taplin, would you like to say anything in that regard? You good?
I'm good.
So, Ms. Taplin's worked hard
Other than
on
we're
this,
gonna
so.
give, credits, the administrators will get semis and the board will get board credit hours as well.
Okay, so that's everyone in here, I believe, will get semis, RC, well, not only CU, so we'll all get semis, or the board will get their credit. Tina, I'm not sure you'll get any.
That's the thing I would.
I mean, do
You'll be
you,
all right.
if we need to work on that, we can.
Right now, I have enough till I retire.
All right then.
So I'll be okay.
Okay,
If I need them, I will go back and get your file for me.
okay.
Just a reminder, the budget hearing is set for June 24th. Just take note that is at 5 o'clock, not 6. It is here at central office. There will be no action to be taken by the board, so you will not be voting on anything. That usually takes about 15 minutes. If you need to call in, that will be fine, whatever your preference on that. So no board action to be taken that night. Tina, you want to say anything on that? And I believe, for those of you who may be trying to make up the MSBA training, that'll give you time, I think, to get over there, maybe a little bit late. Have y'all
No
got-
one's gonna have to go. We've
Y'all
already
good?
taken care of that. That's why we're
Okay.
gonna do the credit hours for,
All right, fantastic. Okay, so, Ms. Taplin's taking care of the board on that, so we appreciate that. So that was a conflict, but we had already, I believe, voted on that, so we just kept
Yeah.
that the same. So again, 5 o'clock on the 24th. Our next board meeting, just as a reminder, is on July the 1st. That is a Tuesday. And that is also at 5 o'clock because we have our budget presentation. And you will be voting on the budget, that night, so, I think Chris has already acknowledged that she's not gonna be here, but she'll be able to call in. So if you need to call in, just let us know. We do realize it's summertime, so anything we need to do to accommodate you, we'll be glad to do that. That is all I have with dates. That leads us down, Mr. White, to executive session. We do have one legal matter to discuss regarding, the purchase that, we're considering.
All right, so do I have a motion that we, close the regular session?
motion closed.